Yeah, I see her. She's right there. You can barely see her moving. Maybe you can get over here. Let's see. Got the camera on zoom, so maybe just a little shaky. There she is. And her little babies.
Did you rest well?
Our first night in the barndominium. So to get some of you guys caught up, yes, we have, I guess you want to say officially, have moved in the barndominium. You even said something, and I had already thought it, but it felt like we were sleeping in a hotel last night.
It did.
It really did.
It did. When I woke up this morning, I don't know if it was kind of going around the boxes or what made me feel that way, but I just felt like I'd stayed in a hotel. Maybe it's because I didn't know where anything was.
Yeah, I guess not. It was, I guess maybe because it's a new bed, and I don't know. It did feel like we were sleeping in a hotel, that's for sure. That is for sure. We're gonna do some chores, and then we're going to get started on this camper and get everybody caught up. What do you think?
That's right. I think that's a good idea.
Well, look at here. I just stepped out of the front door to come feed, and look, I see Miss Tuck waiting on me. But look at this surprise. There's Pink. Good morning, Pink. How are you doing, girl? Tuck and Miss Pink. Oh, stretch it out, girl. Stretch it out. It's gonna be an awesome day. Can you believe that it has been almost a year when we went camper shopping and bought that camper? All right, we just arrived, and there it is. So pretty. Well, we bought the camper. It is exactly what we wanted. Like 18-wheeler pulling up in here.
I feel like an 18-wheeler.
Oh my gracious. And this is the new farmhouse.
This is a farmhouse.
This is our farmhouse.
All right.
Let's go show everybody.
Okay, you ready, Orlo?
I know he's ready. All right, what are y'all's thoughts on the first night in the camper?
It's very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Yes.
Very comfortable.
Yes.
Did you sleep?
I did. It was very quiet and very, I don't know, just not a whole lot of difference in home.
It's really not. Do you think we can adapt well?
Yes.
You think we can sleep in this for, I don't know, several months?
Yeah.
So, all in all, I would say that this was a success.
Yes, we like the camper a lot.
Liked it a lot.
We liked it a lot. We liked the 40 and we liked the camper.
Yes.
Win-win.
Win-win, and y'all think we can handle it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we can handle
We
it.
may go back and look at this a few months from now and see.
No, don't even go there.
Can y'all believe that?
A year.
It has been almost, I have to go back and look, but I know we're getting really close to owning that camper a year.
Justin?
What's that?
If I'm not mistaken, we bought the camper in July.
It really does seem just like yesterday we went camper shopping and then finally decided on and bought this camper.
That means that time flies when you're having fun.
Don't it though? I think Moo Man is over there in the shade this morning. Can't blame him. He may be sleeping late though. He may be sleeping late. Here he comes. Here comes that big baby. Come on, big baby. Come on, buddy. How are you doing this morning? Hmm? How are you doing, sir? Moody, I guess you've heard about the camper and us being in the barndominium now. It has been sweet. Just a lot of work. A lot more work than I thought, let me tell you that. I wouldn't have thought we had that much stuff in the camper. Good gracious, y'all. You just stopped me all of a sudden because you just saw Miss Lewis and all 5 of her babies.
I did, and they went down at the woods. See if you can.
Yeah, I see her. She's right there. You can barely see her moving. Maybe you can get over here. Let's see. Got the camera on zoom, so maybe just a little shaky. There she is. And her little babies. There's 5 of them. I see them, all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And we're on the back side of the barn.
Yeah.
And this is where I saw her last with them, which was yesterday.
Uh-huh.
So she's obviously feeling that this is a safe place, and you can see it's kind of overgrown back here, and it's not somewhere that we frequent.
Not too often.
Not too often.
She, I just counted. I just saw all 4 white ones jump up.
Did you?
Yeah. And we're still trying to catch them.
Yeah.
We haven't given up.
During the daytime, it's impossible.
It's impossible during the daytime. We've tried at night one more time because our videos come out every other day. And so here's the situation. And we talked about it in our live last night. And we can catch her. Our only way we can really catch her is with a net. The issue with the fishing net is if we swing it, it's a metal fishing net. Y'all know what a fishing net looks like. If we swing it, there's a possibility that we could injure one of the chicks or even worse. So we have to be really, really careful with the fishing net. Now, a lot of you guys said for us to try a casting net, and we talked about that last night too. The peacocks are extremely strong. I don't know if you ever dealt with a big bird before. Big birds are strong. They're really, really, really strong. And we're so scared if we throw a casting net over Miss Lewis that she's going to flail around and go crazy. Possibly.
She could break a wing. She could break a leg. She could break her neck.
Or hurt one of the chicks.
Or hurt one of the chicks.
So my thinking is the only way that I think we could really catch her is if we snuck up on her and she didn't know it, which is hard because she's on full alert right now.
She's coming back this way.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's Tucker.
Oh, or Pink.
Come here, baby.
We'll get back. The only way I think we could catch her is if we sneak up on her and we could grab her. That's one way. Or if we sneak up on her and we can get the net on her, but not like real fast and hard and, take a chance on hurting one of the chicks or hurting her. But that's the situation right now.
And we don't want to, I feel like we can catch the chicks.
Yeah.
But we don't want to catch the chicks and not have the mama. So,
right.
Without being able to get them all at one time, it's just,
yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah, we don't even have a brooder to put them in. It would be.
I just don't want to separate them. It would be hard.
Well, I can tell y'all right now, because the first time, or when we have tried to catch her and she's gotten just a little bit away from the chicks, y'all, it's really sad because she starts hollering. She makes this just god-awful call because she's calling the babies. And so it's just, it's one of those things where if you danged if you do and danged if you don't. You know what I mean? We don't want a chance of hurting her or hurting the babies. But if we don't do anything, there's a chance that something may get the babies. So, so I really don't know, what the proper exact thing is to do. Some of y'all said put a little fence around the area where she's sleeping. but a peacock, flat-footed, with no wings at all, can jump 6 to 7 foot in the air. And the reason why I know this is that when we first got peacocks, when we first got them, not this set, but our first set, this was many years ago, they would get in my garden and just destroy it in a matter of 30 minutes. And so I thought about clipping their wings to keep them from coming in. But when I started doing research, it was like they'll jump a 4-foot fence like it ain't nothing. It's 6 foot, and they can 6 to 7 foot without even flapping their wings. So putting a little fence around them would not, do anything at all. So that's the situation. We wanted to get y'all caught up and updated. And every time we see her, we're gonna try to film her for you guys. And at night, we're still gonna see if there's any possibility that we can safely capture her and her babies. Hey, Pink. What's going on, Pink?
We thought you were a peacock.
Pink said that she'll watch after them.
She is down here taking care of things.
So we got our spick and span clean.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ready to go on the road.
Ready to go on the road. It looks brand new.
It does. It looks really good.
It really looks brand new.
Which we knew that before we cleaned it up.
Yeah. We just get used to seeing it all the time, but now, wow. Now you realize how nice of a camper it was. It really was a nice camper.
Not to say it wasn't nice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that. And I'm
Right.
happy to have had a place to live.
Right. All right, so this is our entertainment center area. This is where me and Mary Carl watched movies on the TV right over here a lot.
For a whole, for 11 months.
Yeah, 11 months. That's crazy.
11 months.
Wow. That is crazy.
It really doesn't seem like 11 months.
It doesn't, but also it kind of does when I think back to how
we've done and things.
that we stayed all winter in here and then almost all summer in here, so
been some crazy times.
it has been some crazy times.
Well, you and Mary Carl would sit on this sofa area and watch a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So that left me sitting over there in the little dining area.
Yeah, you would sit over here.
So it was usually filled with not only groceries but other things, because we just didn't have enough space to make everything fit.
Mm-hmm.
This was our little pantry, which, as you can see, is.
And I'm telling you, it's like we brought 4 boxes of food to the house, and I don't know where we stored it.
But here's the problem with the pantry like this.
It's deep.
It's deep, and things got lost. And then this was the bunk room.
This was the bunk room.
And this is where our internet was set up.
Mm-hmm.
Still is for now. But this was where Mary Carl stayed.
Yep, this is where Mary Carl stayed.
And her birds.
What's crazy is originally this was going to be
the
office area, and Mary Carl was going to have the front room.
Right.
But then it switched.
It did. This makes out into a full-size bed, you would say.
Yeah.
And so she kept that, laid out, and that's where she slept. I'm thankful to have had a septic system that you were able to hook up.
Right.
To dunk the tanks, not dunk, but dump.
Probably the number one thing that I'm not going to miss at all is dealing with the black tank and dumping the black tank. Even though the plumber rigged up where it went straight into the septic tank, I still had to drag the pipe, put it in the I don't know what you call it. He had a big 4-inch pipe coming up that went to the septic tank for me, like a turnout or something. And I would have to drag it, put it in there, because you can't leave it in there all the time. I forget why. There's some maybe gases. There's a reason why I couldn't leave it on there all the time. That would have made life so much easier. But I couldn't. So I had to, hook it all up, put the tank, just like you was camping. And I had to do that every 3 days. Just dealing with waste is such a pain. I really do feel for guys that do like those little
porta
potties. I really do.
While you complained about the septic system,
Yeah.
and I complained about the cooking,
Yeah.
I must say, Mary Carl never complained about anything.
She really didn't. She didn't really complain about much of anything.
She
really
was
didn't.
literally a happy camper.
She was totally content in the camper.
She was.
What was really stressful were the stormy days when we knew it was going to be probable. I mean, just a chance of a tornado or high winds. You know, those days were always stressful.
They were.
Always stressful.
Especially before we got our storm shelter installed and the garage was finished.
Yes, absolutely. We stayed in the hotel some nights because we didn't want to take a chance staying in the camper.
That was before our storm shelter.
Before the storm shelter came, and those were just stressful days. But all that's behind us.
All that's behind us.
Yep, and here is the master bedroom, and again, you know, I mean it's a really big master bedroom.
Oh, it served its purpose. It
Really did serve its purpose.
All you needed was a place to refresh your energy,
Yep.
so you would be ready for the next day, and it served its purpose. The closet was another thing.
Yeah, and this is a what do you call it?
Upgraded.
It's an upgraded closet. It's like a master closet because it's what do you call it? Goes out.
It's a slide.
It's a slide. I couldn't think of the word for it, but
It's
it
a
is a slide out closet. And so it was. This was really deep, and this was very helpful. We had lots of room in here because I'm telling y'all.
There's storage.
I'm telling y'all. We have been moving for almost a week.
Yep.
And the only thing we had was stored in this camper, and I said it in the live the other night. It reminded me of a clown car. You know, one clown comes out and they just keep coming. Next thing you know, 40 clowns have done come out of a Volkswagen. And that's what I felt like with this camper. It just felt like we were just constantly just getting stuff out all the time. It just like it was never ending.
Well, when I thought I was 90% finished, I really probably wasn't but about 50% finished, but that was just because things were hidden.
Yeah.
In places where, not that I didn't know they were there, but you just don't realize how much stuff you can actually store when you have a lot of storage. I mean, even like the bed.
Yeah, under here,
the
storage.
bed lifts up,
yeah.
and there's storage under there.
Yep.
So it's just place after place after place.
This camper had tons of storage. There was storage on each side of the bed. This big closet, storage all up here. The bunk room had hoodles of storage in it. Just secret places here and there. There was just storage everywhere in here. It really was. But you know what? I am glad we picked this camper. I'm glad this camper, you know, fell in our lap, and this is the one we bought, and it just worked out perfect for us.
Thinking back on it, some of the ones that we went and looked at and we passed on.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful we passed on.
We almost bought one that was a good bit smaller than this one.
And we would not have been.
No, and we thought it was plenty big.
So you want to kind of show what we were living in.
That's right. We know that the house is not finished, and we know that there's some people.
You never know what you might break.
We got boxes everywhere. We got boxes everywhere because we just unpacked the camper and got it over here. We haven't started unpacking and putting it in over here yet, so it's just boxes everywhere. And I know there's some people saying, well, that's why you shouldn't move over here, or I wouldn't move. I'll wait till it's completely finished. We were coming over here for the bathroom. We were coming over here to watch TV. We were coming over here for everything, basically. I mean, you were going to your mom's to cook. The only thing we were doing in the camper was sleeping in it. That was the only thing we were doing, was sleeping in the camper. Other than that, we started spending all of our time here, and we were like, what difference does it make if we sleep in here versus sleeping in the camper, right?
That's right. Because it had kind of, you know, gotten to the point where we knew that we were going to have to get the stuff cleaned out of the camper and get it moved out of the way in order for our driveway to be built.
Start getting the driveway going.
You know, sooner rather than later, that had to be done. And so why not go ahead and do it?
The only thing we're liking is the kitchen cabinets. And I mentioned this, I think I said this in a video ago or two, that's the first domino. We got to have that domino to fall. Once that domino falls, and then the plumber can come in, the electrician can come in and everything's done, and the countertop, guys.
But that's stuff that's out of our control.
That's out of our control. We're not building the cabinets. We're not doing any of that. So that first domino has got to fall over, and then the rest of it go. And I will say this too. Another thing that we moved from over there to over here was we're paying 2 power bills.
That's true.
And that camper, y'all, that air conditioning never shut off in the camper.
It did not.
This Alabama heat, that is just not going to shut off. And we got 2 air conditioners in there. Now, the one in the master bedroom, it would cut on and off. But the main one on the hot days, it never come off.
It never
shut
cut off.
Yep.
And it really never really reached the temperature that it was set at.
No, it never would reach that temperature. And we had the aluminum bubble wrap stuff in all the windows. We wouldn't go in and out. It was just that hot. And so here, this house is extremely efficient.
Yes.
So why pay 2 power bills?
Why pay 2 power bills?
And water.
And water.
No water pressure in that because the water hose was so long.
That's right. And a lot of people had asked if Mom had moved in yet. And she's just about there. She's been moving her stuff. There's a wasp. She has been moving her stuff a little bit at a time. She's got everything she needs over there. She's got her internet, which we have ours now in the house.
Yeah.
We're paying 2 internet bills.
Paying 2 internet bills.
So we'll be able to cut that one off now that we've moved out officially.
That's right.
And she'll get moved in, and hopefully she'll let us take a tour once she gets moved in.
Hopefully so. I think she will. This sounds crazy, and we took all the packing off the oven. I hooked it up. I wanted to make sure it worked, and it works. And it's still got a lot of packing that needs to be done. But we're thinking about using this oven while the cabinets are being made.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what difference it'd make if it was a cabinet there or not. I mean, maybe not touch the side of it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's fine to use, to be honest with you, if you get in the bind.
The cabinet is not gonna like take away any of the heat.
No.
The heat's gonna still be dispersed, no matter if it's in a cabinet or if it's in the middle of the floor. So.
But what we're doing with the dogs is we're letting them in here at night, and then in the mornings or when it's daylight, I go take them and put them in the kennel out there, we're by the camper in the shade, kind of like they've been doing in the camper, but we're just doing it in the house. So that's the difference.
And it's not like it's a little, 24-inch kennel. It's a big runaround kennel, so they have plenty of space to run and play. And we were so eager to get up and at them this morning, we didn't even make our bed up.
No, we didn't even make the bed up.
But we're going to get on that real quick.
Yeah.
But you can see how much more space we have in here.
Yep.
Versus
even though it's cluttered real bad with stuff that needs to be put up. But I'm so glad that we went ahead and made the decision to come on and move on in the house, even though it's not finished yet.
That's right. I have no regrets. No regrets. I'm loving it. I feel like we are finally home.
Yeah.
We are home.
I agree.
And I think it's going to be the home for the rest of our life.
I think so too.
I hope so. I really do. Because I love it.